Hey, George.
Yeah.
What kind of underwear you wearing?
Who says I'm wearing underwear?
Commando.
That's
Nice.
valid.
Military.
Nice. What about you,
I have
Robert?
AC in the house.
I'm wearing briefs. Thank you for asking.
What about you, Chris?
Banana hammock.
Banana hammock?
Yep.
I don't even know what those look like. Let me double check what kind of underwear I'm wearing. All right, I got on boxers. So they're boxer briefs.
Hey, so we're all different. All right.
All right. What's your favorite kind of underwear?
This is not how we're starting off the year podcast, the anniversary podcast. What the hell?
Wow.
It's
been a year already? Hey, but Robert's not gay.
Sometimes.
All right. Okay. He'll never say it on the last episode, but he does appreciate this black penis.
This is a
Welcome
really
back,
weird
you
intro.
Guys.
This is a weird intro, Ty.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. It's been a year. You've been serving y'all episodes for a year now. Can you believe it?
Well, that's been going on for about.
So George, you were saying.
So like I was saying, pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna edit any of that. Whatever.
You better not.
We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. You're gonna see that he's not gonna edit it out.
Will you chill the fuck out, Black?
Now continue, bitch. You keep trying to start from an irrelevant point. Do your job.
What are you talking about?
Hey,
do your job.
Are you anywhere outside of where you actually live? Because you're acting blacker than usual.
Oh, you are.
That's a good. You know what? I like that anniversary joke. I give you a high five for that. Because we talked about it on the very first podcast. Yeah, I like you for that.
It's been a year since we talked about Ty's radius.
So this being our first session together, what is the one topic we should start this off with?
Ty.
Ty's over.
Damn.
There's going to talk about.
Damn, that's going to be a long ass conversation. Here, hold on. Let's just go into Ty's radius.
Okay.
All right.
I'm cool with that.
All right. Do you want to explain your radius?
I don't even know what that is. All right. I just found out about that shit today. Bullshit. We told you this. So apparently, whenever I go to different cities, I put on a different face. That is right? Yeah. In different areas, I have a different face. That's what y'all want to say?
Hold on. It's not even that you put on a different face. It's just that you act out. By acting out, I mean, an example. We went on a hike to Pasadena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I swear, I felt like he tried to be blacker than he normally is. Because, he lives in the hood, but he's white.
This is true. Poor Ty. I can confirm this. It's like the further we got away from his home, the more he had to prove he was black. It's like, Ty, it's only the four of us in the car. You don't have to prove anything. Nah, fuck you, man. I'm like, okay.
Bitch ass.
Yeah, I was surprised.
So
I know how to stay on point.
This is the year podcast. As you can tell, it's not necessarily going the way we had planned. But we did have one idea. George, do you wanna lead us into that?
Sure, yeah. So we had one idea. I think we actually had this idea like a little while back. I think like a little flashback type of a podcast episode. I think when Chris was gonna come down from San Francisco, and then 2020 decided to say, nah, fuck your guys' plans. So we've done a lot of episodes. We've done a lot of recordings. Definitely, some good, some bad, some like, whoa, fuck it, we got it out. Let's, But I wanted to see what was some of your guys' favorite moments, or which one was your guys' favorite episode from what we've done so far.
Well, I can go first if people want to
talk
about it.
Go for it.
That makes sense, bro. Go for it.
So I have two things. My favorite episode is probably the first episode we did with Shakur.
Code switching for me, it's a little different for me because being, I grew up. I didn't enjoy talking growing up. So the people in the schools they thought I was dyslexic, ADHD, all that. So they diagnosed me with it, and I didn't enjoy being put in the separate classrooms with the kids, with the special needs kids, because that's what I used to have to do.
Yeah.
So I told myself, I'm going to learn how to talk efficiently and as proper as possible, so people will never put me in this situation ever again.
Yeah, I mean, I think you speak pretty eloquently.
Yeah, so, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it. And also, I come from South Central, so you hear me speak, you wouldn't think, oh, he's from there. I don't sound anything like where I came from. Mm-hmm. So code switching for me has been a awkward experience. I can say they thought I was dyslexic or slow because I was black, and also the fact that I didn't like talk much. I could say that, but I don't know. For me, it was that people will never think I'm stupid ever again. Mm-hmm. You will never think I don't know how to speak. You will never think I'm slow. None of that.
One, his voice sounded smooth as fuck. It was nice listening to him. He's a funny guy. And I felt like even if I didn't agree with him, it was a really thoughtful conversation.
Yeah.
That I thoroughly enjoyed. And he opened up a little bit about, the kind of the racism that he had to deal with in school, how it affected him and how it changed his life forever. And to me, that was a really powerful moment. It's one of the episodes that I'm proudest of putting out. As for moments, I think probably, I don't know if this is my favorite moment, but a big one for me has to be the very first episode when Ty's like, a hole is a hole.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. A hole is a hole.
Wait, what? What? How do you what?
All right.
How do you get from there to there?
Hey man,
A
Mother
hole
Nature.
is a hole. Okay. All right. So we're gonna hear about you.
I'm gonna dig a hole in the ground and see if he plugs himself in it.
Hey man.
Mother Nature.
They made a whole movie about that. Holes.
It was a classic way to start out the podcast, just like, what the fuck is going on,
It sets the tone.
Yeah, it did, and it's something that it's remained a running joke. I think it's hilarious. And I just love that that's something we can look back on. And in the very first episode, it's there.
Right. Yeah.
And then maybe as a secondary, George's feet, that whole.
Tata Duende is based off of
Avengers?
Belizean folklore.
Okay.
So he's a guardian of the jungles. He could transform to anything that he wants, and basically his job is to just protect the jungle. Okay. So if there's someone who comes into the jungle and they're basically cutting down trees or killing animals, he'll show his true form, which is for some weird reason a short 4-foot dude with his hands and feet turned backwards. And he has no thumbs or big toe. And he'll ask you one question. That question is, let me see your hands and feet. And if you show him your hands with thumbs and if you show him your big toe, you get killed automatically, right then and there on the spot. He has a thing for big toes and thumbs.
Alright, and let me ask you, so he has a thing for thumbs and big toes, like George, or a different, not a fetish kind of thing?
It's I wouldn't say it's a fetish, it's more of a hatred.
Oh, so the opposite of George.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
That's
you
why
guys.
he's not arguing about it. He hates us for exposing his truth.
We accept you as you are.
Well then.
We love you. A hole is a hole,
Love me
and
less.
feet are feet.
A hole is a hole.
A hole is a hole. A hole is a foot.
Chris, you got one? What's your favorite
A hole is a
moment or
foot.
episode?
I was actually going to say the first episode too. I mean, we went in with a plan. We completely diverted from it. Exactly what we're doing now.
Well, we've gotten, I feel like for the most part, we have gotten a little better at it, though. We've gotten a little better at staying on topic.
Yeah, over time we've gotten better, but
I blame
what we're doing
you.
now, shut the fuck up. I blame you for throwing me off. See?
I think all of us are at least somewhat responsible. We just make side comments and it takes us in a completely different direction.
That's true. But Chris is the most responsible.
No, I'm far from responsible.
We know you're far from responsible, but that's not what Ty means.
Okay.
Let him talk. Go.
Anyway.
I love you, big boy.
I'm going to ignore that right now. Anyway, yeah. First episode, if anything, is my favorite because, I mean, it jump-started everything. You know, it's the beginning. Obviously, it was an idea that was going on for a long time after the hike. The hike started it all. But, you know, it wasn't really going to get done unless we did something. And that first episode was the start. So I enjoy it for that. And if anything, it's actually made our relationship a little bit better because now despite us not working together, we see each other a lot more often. We hang out, we talk shit to each other, and we're still cool. So if anything, I feel that it's made our relationship as friends stronger. First episode, I'm down for it. Ty still fucking holes that are in the ground making quakes. George is into feet. I get it.
It's irresistible, man.
So what do you have a favorite moment though? And it doesn't have to be from the first episode,
favorite,
just in general.
Yeah. What was that episode with your brother Jacob and I think D when we're talking about big dudes?
You're too fucking big when you can't touch your hands like this. I could barely.
Don't do that to me. Damn it.
How's it going over there, D? You want some help?
If you can't do that, I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's fucked up.
Well, you have a little bit of a defense.
I'm almost there.
You're pregnant.
You're pregnant. If you're just that fucking jacked that you can't go.
My back didn't get fat.
Like, I'm sorry, man. If you don't fit through a fucking door and you have to go in sideways, come on, man. You're too fucking big.
I really don't.
What the hell? You're just touching me. You're just touching every goddamn bit.
Bro,
now I can't go in sideways. What the fuck?
Bro, if you're wearing a Speedo and the only thing I see is something that looks like a little Lucky Charm, you're too big, man.
Chris, I feel like you didn't think the comment.
Why you attacking me today? What the fuck?
I'm sorry, but
look, if you're wearing a Mickey Mouse sweater, you're too big, man.
Damn it!
If you can't put your arms at your side properly, I'm sorry, you're too big.
All right, we good.
There you go.
We good.
It's like if when I see you and you're walking like.
Oh, come on.
And how they can't touch their back and D immediately.
That was hilarious. Yeah, when D's like, "Why are you targeting me? I can't."
Exactly.
Yeah, that was.
I can't do it either.
That was so fucking funny, especially with like the clip when you cut it out. Like it was taken out of context by a few of my friends in San Francisco, but I'm like, dude, listen to the fucking episode. You know?
That's funny. I love that. That was a good clip.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Let's see. I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Go for it, Ty.
All right. Oh man. It's hard to pinpoint which one exactly is my favorite because I enjoy almost all of our recording sessions and our episodes. Like even if a topic is never going as planned, we always make the best of what we talk about. So it's really hard to pinpoint exactly what's like my favorite moment. But I will say like the most memorable moment I can think of since you asked that question, the moment I think of is the time where it was around the time of when we were first getting started, and it was the day where I thought all you guys picking on me was getting out of hand, but I was still trying to keep it playful. And then Robert got serious and buckled down, and it was just like, tired of this shit.
I don't give a fuck what you say, or what you say. That is what I have to say. That y'all are never on my side. Alright, the clapping is real now. I'm serious.
So, okay, hold on. Suggest that he's gonna like suck on his tits.
So
I don't know who you expect to be on your side.
In fairness, yeah.
Why can't you just be on my side? Because the moment I say something, and it could be something completely neutral. One of you guys want to find some shit on what I say, and y'all be like, "Oh shit, Chris found out what this, but Ty said. Let's piggyback off Chris."
How is that neutral?
If I say something,
I have never done this before in my life.
If I say something,
I don't pick my hand up like that.
God damn.
Nobody.
And then you guys wonder why I don't clap back because y'all never give me a chance to clap back.
Bullshit. You are allowed to clap back whenever the fuck you want.
And if that wasn't the clap back for y'all to go ahead and piggyback off my clap back, then fuck y'all because I don't want to do that shit no more. That's why I'm silent. Because nobody is ever on my side. Alright, so if for anybody that's wondering why I don't clap back, that's exactly why. Because I don't ever have anybody on my side. So if that shit changes with my fans, if I have some fans, right now. No, I'm so serious. No, I'm fucking serious. I am fucking serious. Now, if I have some fans that's on my side, whenever I say some shit, please be there for me. Because this shit right here irks the fuck out of me.
We can tell.
The absolute fuck out of me. Like, I don't understand why I'm your friend sometimes.
Nah, Ty. Go back and listen to the podcast. Because I can tell you for fucking certain that I backed you up. I've listened to them 5 times.
He has backed you up.
Each fucking podcast. So don't give me that shit.
Also, not
yeah, I'm fucking mad. No, because you always fucking say that we're always picking on you. I know it's not true. I have fucking verifiable evidence that it's not true. So
that is true.
I do back you up sometimes.
I'll take
if you expect me to back you up when you say George is sucking on Chris's titties, that's another question.
And it's like, even though in that moment, like, it touched me in not an appropriate way, Chris, don't say no shit.
I wasn't.
It's just, it meant a lot to me because it showed me that there's a lot at stake, more so than just the podcast. Like, doing all of this stuff, it's like, it reminds me how much that we're all bonding and still like learning one another as friends and as brothers. And I felt like after that moment, it made all of our relationships a lot more tighter, and it made me understand each and one of you guys more as an individual. And now it's like, I don't let little things bother me anymore because now I pay attention to y'all intents. And at the end of the day, I'm just like, you know what, we're doing this as friends. We're doing this because we want to have some fun. We're doing this because we want the world to see all of our stupid moments. And, you know, like this podcast is one of the most defining things for the 4 of us. And I'm loving every second of it.
I wasn't gonna bring up that moment in this. I do think you're right. That's a defining moment in our history. But I was like, I'm just gonna completely avoid that. It's interesting that you brought that up.
Nah, man.
What was that like?
I always think about that. Huh?
That episode was recently released, right?
Yeah.
I
felt like. Sorry, go ahead.
Like, no, I was just gonna say, like, prior to us going into Discord, it was released, I think.
Yeah, I mean, well, one because we were running out of episodes, and 2, I wanted to wait until I felt like all the emotion had died down, because I significantly cut that episode. Like, there's a lot of stuff that was.
I thought there was a lot of that conversation. I didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was other stuff said, but whatever. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all feel comfortable with, like, kind of sharing our emotions to some extent, but there's, I don't ever want us to come off like we truly dislike each other, because we don't, you know. Even when we're upset at each other, it comes from a place of, you know, love and caring for each other.
Right, exactly.
But I totally agree with Ty. I do think that even though that was like a tough moment, it did feel like after that we were closer for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true. I agree.
After that, I started taking Robert on dates.
It was.
So that's where the whole.
It's been wonderful. you know. And I gotta tell you, his dick like the perfect size for my asshole. Like, just right.
So not too big, not too small.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the next question is, so it's like Goldilocks and, you know, the porridge? It's just right?
Exactly. You know, I've tried other black dicks, and they've just been too big or too small. And Ty's was like, you know, it was just the perfect 5.5 inches. You know?
Oh, so like little dick. Got it.
What?
Nice.
Don't shit on my 7 inch.
5.5 isn't that small. That's pretty close to average.
Don't shit on my 7 inch.
On your 7
Gosh, I was just trying to be gentle with you. I didn't want to put the whole thing in.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You're so sweet.
You got it.
So thoughtful.
Well,
it's Pride Month, man. It's Pride Month.
Pride Month, yeah. Happy Pride Month, guys.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Shout out to SpongeBob.
Wait,
what?
They
George.
They came out. I heard about it. Ty. Nickelodeon came out and said that SpongeBob is actually gay.
Oh, really?
The writer said that he was asexual.
I saw it confirmed that he was gay. The creator of SpongeBob. Which, I mean, makes a lot of sense.
Well,
Think about it.
It's good for him, you know?
Yeah.
He likes Squidward.
If anything, I thought Squidward was gay.
He might be too.
Might be all of them.
Yeah, I think Squidward likes getting his ass licked.
Huh.
This is what we mean by getting off topic and going in a completely different direction.
Yeah. You didn't even answer your own question. We waiting on you to answer your own question, bruh.
Oh, cool. I mean, you guys kept talking about SpongeBob and other stuff. I was waiting. You guys.
You're supposed to be like, nah, shut the fuck up and let me go.
Yeah, because I've always said that.
Well, actually, that does sound like something you'd say. Like, y'all shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
did you pull out your lightsaber?
I say moving on.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, it keeps us going in the right direction. Yeah. But I can see you saying that.
It's okay. Go ahead and answer your question, though, before we forget.
All right.
Your turn. What's your favorite moment, bruh?
Favorite moment?
And or episode.
My favorite episodes that we did, I would have to be the ones that we did on location here at my house. Because I don't know, something about it, like you guys coming over here, we gained the big table. Even the one that we did with Ty, where we didn't record it, we did it, you know, just the audio. I think it just felt different, you know, the vibe was different, the conversations flowed a little bit nicer. Those are some of my favorites.
Drunk.
You were drunk?
Yeah, I was drunk off of one shot.
Well, that's probably why I liked it. But I don't know.
Dude,
I like those.
How do you go to Sharky's and remain like that?
I think.
Never mind.
I agree with you about the ones where Ty was there, the ones that were just audio. I think most of those were really good. But I think the first time it was a little bit, we were off topic a lot, and I think we were still getting acclimated to the space. Yeah. Because it wasn't what we were used to, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it was one of our best. Like, I mean, compared to some of the other recordings we've done before, I think we have some other better ones. But I don't know, just something about that was, you know, it just felt different for me, at least, and I like those a lot. And then plus too, I mean, me and Chris got into the whole conversation of like, in every Mexican household, like it's gonna be this. So like, that I remember that conversation.
Speaking of that, every Mexican household has one blanket. One blanket that's a fucking tiger. Why? We don't fucking know.
They're the best.
There's always one blanket.
They're the best fucking blankets.
They
will weigh your ass down, but they're so fucking warm.
Now that you mention it, you know who has one of those?
Who?
Producer.
At the house?
I always thought it was weird because I was like, you know, you don't really seem like the kind of person who would be super into tigers. But you have one blanket. What's going on?
Have you been under it?
And I see it. Oh, dude, it's fucking heavy. It's heavy as shit, and it is warm, and it is soft.
Yes.
I will not lie.
Those cold days, it came clutch.
Yeah.
Fucking clutch.
Fuck yeah.
It was fun. So when I played, you remember I showed you guys my high school?
Yeah.
We'll cut that out. Forgot about that. So at my high school, whenever we had soccer games, you know, we had the stands and everything, and a lot of times we had night games. So it gets cold. And, you know, obviously a jacket. We had bleachers that were like cement, so that gets cold too.
Yeah.
So it's like either the families brought something for their butt, or like the dads or whatever, they're good with jeans. Jeans are usually pretty good to like help with that.
Yeah, be a macho.
But you always saw a group of just family members that walk in with blankets.
Yeah.
Keep them warm. Yep. Those white tiger, yellow tiger, black tiger. There's just so many different colors of tigers. Yeah. There's fucking 15 different tigers with all different colors.
Yep.
Well, do they sell them in like the barrio, like in those kind of areas? Is that why there are so many, or do you have to go out of your way to go find a tiger?
Now you do. Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
But before, you used to just see the guy walking down the block. Cobijas, almohadas, everything.
No, well, at least not in my neighborhood. But in Tijuana, I would get that.
Yeah.
In Tijuana, we had that. But at the border, we always had the guy that would walk, and you just see the freaking tiger staring right at you at the border. Like,
man, that fucking tiger's awesome, man. I wish I had one up north.
I think we used to have one here. I don't know what happened. To it.
I'm gonna take one up north. Fuck
You're
this.
a fake Mexican. What if you don't have one?
You don't want the marriage? I mean, you do, because that's what you were taught. You were brainwashed to actually want the marriage, which sucks. Because I think that you should pull away from the business because it's a contract. I think, at least for me, the way I'm trying to avoid saying it is, you're gonna be my bitch.
Oh my god.
Pretty much. It's like. Let's look at Mexican culture.
I like how he really tried to avoid it and then just said, fuck it, I'm going straight into it.
Let's look at Mexican culture, damn it.
Okay.
What does a woman do in Mexican culture? Her place, according to our culture, is the kitchen. Where does she stay? At home. What does she do? Take care of the kids and make you lunch.
Yeah.
Or dinner or whatever. Any fucking meal. She takes care of the man. First off, no. Fuck that. I think if I ever got married, which I probably might not, I don't know.
Which I probably might not.
He's probably going to be the first one to get married.
He needed to add the might to the probably. I probably might not.
Yeah. Killed all my chances with anybody, but that's okay. I would not want a stay-at-home wife. No. Hell no. I'm not going to be the super... I want to be a provider, but I don't want to be a provider like that. Yeah. Go out and make your own money.
Yeah.
Do you?
You don't want a princess.
Yeah,
you want
exactly.
Partner in crime.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Aww.
I respect that.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Plus, if you're ever unhappy, we could always get a divorce. I'll become a statistic. I don't care.
I don't give a shit. We got a lot of controversy of Chris bringing up Mexican, the Mexican wives.
No, you're gonna be my bitch.
Wives. I got a lot of messages of like, no, it's not like that. It's like, first off, I didn't say it.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, and I didn't agree with him. I disagree. But watch the video.
Well, here's the thing. People took it as like was speaking on the Mexican American context.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
For clarification for that episode, for those of you who are listening and want clarification, I meant the motherland. Like the pueblitos, all that shit. That's where you're a bitch. That's where you're subservient. I've seen it happen too. Like I've had clients literally come in with black eyes and everything, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to your face? And they look at their husband, and I look at him, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like obviously, it's still going on even here, but people refuse to fucking acknowledge it. Like they look the other way. Like no, it's going on here. You just choose to ignore it. It's like everything that's going on right now. Shit, I'll start a protest for Hispanic women.
If you hit your girl, you a bitch. I got a baton waiting for your neck.
That means his dick.
No. Like I really got a baton. You want to see it?
You know what's interesting? I feel like I can't speak for you guys, but I suspect it's the same. Like I know that this is happened to George, but I've faced backlash for what other people have said. Like that I've completely disagreed with, like on the podcast. But somebody else will say something and they'll be like, "Oh, that must be your opinion too, Robert. Let me message you and be like, what the fuck? Why'd you say this?"
Well, actually one of my favorite moments that didn't happen on the podcast happened to me at work was when I got backlash from my coworker because Chris was talking about The contract. The contract and
the sex clause.
Yeah, the sex clause.
I just don't want to have to ask for sex, you know? It's because...
Then don't. Rubber nipple.
It's that's the wrong way to do it, too. You're that forward, you just go for it. She's going to be like...
But that's your wife.
That don't mean shit.
The fuck?
You can still be accused of rape.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to fucking...
It depends on the relationship. I think what Ty is saying makes sense in some relationships. But there are other relationships where, yes, you're right. They'll be like, no, what the fuck? Get off me, bitch. Yeah. So there's truth in both sides of that.
Thank you.
Well, I guess let's see. Maybe a look will be like, the sex clause will say, when I give you the look, let's have sex. Or that means I'm interested.
Okay, let me ask you something. Why don't you want to have to ask for sex? That doesn't seem like such a hard thing to do.
You're right. Like, why must there be a sex clause involved?
Here, watch. Ty, will you have sex with me?
Of course.
How hard was that?
Okay, first off, you bitches are making it too easy. Second of all, there's a strong feminist movement towards where these women will not have sex with you, and I get it. That's fine. I'm all for it. I'm all towards it. Like, fuck yeah.
Doesn't sound like it, but no, okay.
I'm all for it, but like, damn, man, if I can't ask for sex from my own partner or from like my wife,
but you can ask for sex.
I can, but solely because of that sex clause.
No.
It's something that won't be verbal, you know.
I don't understand why asking for sex is so difficult. I did not think this is where we were gonna get stuck with this topic.
I love making shit complicated. Man.
I thought we were gonna talk about marriage, but no, we're talking about a sex clause. This is some bullshit.
Why did I have to go this far?
You guys entertained it, so I'm like, fuck it, let's go.
All right. Chris is on. You've been separated today.
Bruh, I get what you're saying, but why would you have to marry somebody who you have to have a sex clause with?
All right,
is that not what the whole point of the 5-year dating phase, or however long you decide to take?
Then let's do this. The sex clause will say, if at any point we find ourselves bored with our sex life, let's make things interesting, and then you list off of things.
Shouldn't that just naturally happen?
You're just gonna time. You want to put a kink clause in your fucking prenup?
Yes, a kink clause.
This is some fucking.
You know what? Fuck that topic. This is your topic. All right, we're talking about this, okay? Because I want to know more.
Yeah, I'm so confused. We're gonna talk about marriage another time. Yeah, I think this is a valid question, but we need to figure this shit out.
So, kink clause.
Yeah, the sex clause. And they were getting mad at me. I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm not even a part of that. Like,
he wasn't even on that podcast.
That's not even George's fault. That's not even Robert's fault. It's like it happens relatively consistently. Where like somebody's like, why the hell would you say that? I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
I didn't know what he was going to say. He just said it. And then that's when we continued the conversation. But yeah,
you gotta touch the controversial shit, you know. I do it for fun, but people think that's my actual view.
Has that happened to you guys, Ty and Chris? Have you guys faced any backlash from anybody for things that other people said on the pod?
I've actually had people unfollow me. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Really?
But, yeah.
People unfollow you?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy. I never even noticed. I did have one friend get upset about our last episode.
Y'all are something else. I think I am. You've been separated.
We'll be doing this kind of recording for the rest of the year.
I hope not.
Probably.
I couldn't hear you over Ty's.
That's racist.
Was that what you're?
Seriously. I was gonna make a comment, but
that was the worst time to do that, George.
Not what I meant.
Wow, you avocado picker, you.
Holy fuck! So this is how we're starting off. All right.
When I was doing the opera singing, and then George was like, "I couldn't hear you over Ty's ooh ah ah."
We knew we were gonna get backlash for that. We fucking knew.
I'm like, I don't care.
I don't think George knew what he was getting himself into when he said it, but I was like, this is a golden opportunity. I have to take it.
I'm not mad about it.
When I went back and heard it on the recording, like after it came out last week or whenever, I heard it, I was like, yeah, maybe not my best moment.
No.
I probably should have just not done it, but
it's okay.
I was like, Ty knows I'm not trying to do that. Ty knows that, I wouldn't do that intentionally, to be, fucked up or to be racist.
It's okay,
bro.
And then what made it better is that when Robert posted it up, he put the location, avocado trees. I loved it. I loved it. I loved every single second of that. All right. I'm sorry, but for all of y'all listening, if you guys don't understand right now that we have a certain level of comedy that we understand, it's okay. Understand that entertainment isn't for everybody. It's not your fault.
Exactly.
Maybe what we said in that moment just wasn't for you. That doesn't make the other 55 episodes we did bad. It just makes that moment uncalled for. But hey, we're not guaranteed to say right and what's wrong. We just say what we say, and we go on about our day. We know what we're doing with this podcast.
Sometimes.
It's your job to be entertained or not. It happens.
Plus, there is a disclaimer on our page. When you click on it, it literally says we just talk about anything. And like
we talk about
anything random. I would have just said whatever the fuck pops into my mind, and I'll say it out there at the moment. But sometimes we get controversial.
It'd be like that.
Yep.
Right. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't. All right. I love you guys. I love everything we talk about.
Love you too, buddy. This is what I find funny. George, did you get any controversy for that monkey shit?
I did not. No.
Not like anything else.
Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything to me on my end. Nobody.
Huh.
and I have friends of all different races, and I have friends. I actually have a friend that's from Haiti who listens to the podcast, and he didn't even bring it up. And I was just talking to him the other day.
He makes it.
But that was the only time I've ever gotten backlash. I've never gotten backlash until
over
that
something
moment.
You didn't even do.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
What were you gonna say, Robert?
I was gonna ask if there were any behind-the-scenes stories or like facts you think would be interesting for the audience to know.
Behind-the-scenes stories.
Let's see.
Facts?
Y'all want to know how me and Robert's relationship started?
You figured it out?
Yeah, I figured it out.
They were sharing Oreos.
Is that okay?
No.
Go.
When I was hired at Starbucks and our manager at the time, bitch, was introducing me to everybody, she introduced me to Robert. And when she left, and I was trying to get myself acquainted with Robert, I don't know how the topic came about, but I told her, I'm just like, hey, just so you know, I like racist jokes. And from that moment on, we had so much fun. I think that was what broke the ice for our relationship. And ever since then, we just was cool. Because anybody who knows Robert, they know that it takes Robert a long time to really get himself acquainted with people. For us, after I said that, that was it. It was it. We've been cool ever since.
Imagine Robert. You like racist jokes? Oh, thank God, I have tons.
You know what's funny is we had that conversation, and I had another coworker there, and then Ty walks away to go to the bathroom after he says that, right? And this guy is like, I think he just gave you permission to say the N-word. And I was like, I'm not gonna test that. You might be right, but I don't think so.
Unless I get verbal confirmation from him saying, go ahead, say the blank word.
And even then, I don't think I would, because I feel like it's just bound to get me in trouble.
Yeah. For the podcast's sake, just don't do that.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Go for it,
Chris, because you mentioned it before, right? How
go for it.
How we were talking at Starbucks, and then we started a podcast, or we talked about starting a podcast. But even when we were discussing it, one, George wasn't there. Two, we didn't discuss George joining. So how did George end up on the podcast? Like, I'm not complaining. It's a question that I want the answer to.
This motherfucker.
I could have sworn he was there. I mean,
no, you can ask him. He wasn't there.
I mean,
how'd your bitch ass end up on this podcast?
He was there in the beginning. We discussed something. I'm pretty sure we discussed it in the car on the way to the hike, where we could literally talk for hours about just anything.
Nah,
I could have sworn we did.
I'm sure Ty remembers. We were in the Starbucks lobby. I think it was after the hike or something, and George had gone home.
Yeah.
And all three of us were talking. And we were talking, and we were just having a fun conversation. And then Chris was like, "Oh, we should have a podcast." And Ty and I were like, "Yeah, I'm down." And then I think it was like 2 weeks later, it's like, okay, George is part of our group chat now.
George just shows up.
And I'm not complaining because I wanted George to join. I just don't, like, it's a mystery to me. It's like he's on his way in.
George came in like that random stranger at the cookout with a plate.
I know exactly who
he was just about. He was just there.
They said it was for everybody. It was all you can eat. No one said it was only for family.
And now look at you. Exactly. Your fat ass been here for 56 episodes. Are you happy?
You call me a fat ass?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, is your ass fat?
I would say it's about average.
Okay.
I mean,
I give
you okay. Hold on.
Anyway, Robert.
Hold on, go Chris. What'd you have to say?
Robert, if I had to give an answer to, I guess, that question, I don't know. I mean, he was part of our group. May as well include him. I guess I didn't want to leave him out.
I'm like I said, I wanted him to join. I don't know how it happened.
If you're telling me he wasn't there, I don't even know. So
I heard it from Ingrid. I heard it from producer.
So producer is the reason that you're here.
Maybe.
Producer started it.
I don't know. Because the thing is, I was with you guys. And I don't remember once us talking about a podcast. I remember talking about a bunch of different things, but not a podcast. So when I left and came back to work, because I had to work that same day, it was Ingrid who was like, "Oh, so I heard you guys are starting a podcast." I'm like, who? Me? With who?
And then he grabbed his plate. He was like, "Let's go."
Where's the cookout?
Pretty much, yeah.
And
all right, so producer started it.
She started. Started. This is how.
It's her money.
She's a producer.
It's her money.
Yeah,
she got the right to spend her money on whatever she chooses to spend her money on.
We're not getting paid.
What are you saying? She spent her money on George? I'm confused.
But
are you saying that she bought George?
Yeah, she financed our podcast.
But
I mean, you just get him a case of beer and that's it.
It's funny how you're looking up because on my screen, Robert is right above you. So if you was looking at him, I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah, it looks the same on the recording too. So
Hey. That was dope. I like that. I think what? How much you cost? 2 elotes?
A case of beer.
That's true.
Actually, yes.
That's true.
Can't lie.
That's true. A case of what kind?
Modelo.
But if you bring me support, I'll pretty much do whatever you need me to do.
You know what else was a great moment on this podcast?
What?
When George told the threesome story.
It was fun. Not gonna lie. It wasn't even my birthday. I was there celebrating another friend's birthday.
That was great. This motherfucker right here.
Well, okay. Do you want the story?
Literally.
A little bit. So this is a drunken story. Yeah. So this is back when I was in San Diego, and a buddy.
How long ago was this?
I think stories in San Diego.
Last month.
In LA like this.
What? And I haven't had a moment like that in LA yet. I want to say like maybe almost like 5.5 years ago.
Damn.
I was in San Diego with a friend of mine. He was just, he wasn't just turning 21. He was turning 22. And he texted me. He was like, "Hey man, it's my birthday. I want to go out. I want to go downtown. I want to go to the spot that you always go to." And there's a spot called Basement in downtown that I always went to. It was a spot that I was going to like freaking every weekend for like 2 months straight. It was lit. And this night that he decided to go, Chainsmokers were playing, and this is before they got like huge. This is like right before they had like
5 years ago?
Like it was about 5 years ago because they came out with their song Roses, and that's what kind of like took them off. And it was right before, but they still had like a good following. So the fucking the club was packed. You could barely walk in. So we were there with some other friends. We all got together and everything. Another good friend of mine that I hadn't seen in a little while was like, "Oh, I want to go," but he was like, "I'm gonna take a Molly." So okay, cool, no worries, dude. We're gonna drink because he wants to drink, blah blah. So we're there. The night's going. It's super packed, super wild. Like it's tough. I can't really enjoy the show, and again, like it's I can't really find a spot. So the night's just going in a good mood. As long as my friend's having a good time, that's all that mattered. My buddy that took the Molly didn't hit him, so he was just there, and he was bummed out. So he comes up to me and says, "Hey man, the club's gonna end like in 20 minutes. You want to dip now so we can beat the rush and everything?" I said, okay, fine. Let me get the other two. So as I'm walking over, again, I'm in my drunken state, very, very drunk. In my drunken state, I'm walking over. I can still comprehend what's going on around me. And some girl, she was redhead, not painted, not dyed redhead.
Wait, so the carpet matched the drinks?
Oh yes.
She was a ginger.
Oh yes.
Ginger.
And
God.
Oh, hold on. I'm not done yet. You're gonna like the next part. So I'm going, and she tells me, and she's like she grabs me. She's like, "Can you help me find my friend?" She was actually pretty cute. I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm looking for my friends too. We can look together." So I have her with me. We're walking. We're trying to find my friends. I find my friend. She still hasn't found her friend. I get my friends. I'm like walking up. We're going upstairs to like to the street. Well, I pushed my friends to my one buddy that's sober. I pushed them up to him, and then the girl whispers in my ears, like, "If you help me find my friend, we'll have a threesome tonight." Fucking grabbed my keys. I got my buddy who's sober, like, "Bro, find me in the morning." What? And I pushed him. I pushed my friend with the keys into him. I'm like, "Find me in the morning. My phone will be charged." And we did. We started looking. We find the friend.
Damn. What does the friend look like?
But she was a cutie.
He gets his two favorite, a white girl and an Asian.
Is preference a problem when you're in that situation? Do you feel like...
No, because I mean, it's not like I've been like, what does she look like? I never once said
No. I mean, like, when you're doing the deed, like, is it like, oh, you feel like you have to give equal attention when you really want to give more attention to one than the other?
I just went for it.
I was drunk.
I was drunk. I was just happy to be in the situation. And
this wasn't thinking.
I just went for it.
The alcohol made my game.
I just tried to make sure. I just tried to make sure I gave enough attention to both sides. So
you need mine. Are you two? All right.
Going back and forth.
Oh, that's like a waiter.
So
there you go.
Hold on. So again, we're in downtown San Diego. I can't take them home. Live with my parents. I can't take them back there. I don't have another place to go to. I just gave my buddy my car keys to take my other friends home. Like, what the fuck do I do? So I know there's a fucking Marriott down the street. I'm like, fuck, okay, well, let's see what that does. So we go, we get there, and we get the hotel, and the hotel cost me like $200 for the night. Because it was last minute. It was there and then. Like, oh yeah, we have one for 200 something. I was like, sure, why not? Whatever. Fuck it.
Worth it.
So I give them my money. So it doesn't click to me until I get in the elevator and I see that they're like very like cuddly, they're like in the moment and whatever. And I'm like, fuck, what if they're just using me to get a fucking room? And as soon as we get in the room, they pass out. Okay, well, fuck it, let's see what happens. So we're going and we're walking towards the room. They're walking ahead of me. They get to it. We know where the room is. And they walk to it, they get there, and again, like, the closer we get to the room, the more I'm like, fuck, it's not gonna happen. This is it. I just wasted $200 for nothing. What the fuck? I should've gone home. I should've just went to bed. It's 2 a.m. Nothing ever good happens after 2 a.m. What the fuck?
I met your mother.
Exactly. So I open the door, we get inside, they go straight to the bed, and I'm just like, fuck, okay, I guess I'm getting the floor. So, but they're in the bed, and they look at me like, so are you joining or not? Say no more. It's like, all right, we're good. So I went, did the deed, did as best I could. I don't know if it was great. I don't know if it was good. I don't know if it was bad. I don't know. I didn't ask.
You enjoyed it.
I didn't ask for reviews. I just did my best. I just did what I could.
I went in the Panther room right and
I
walked
just
out.
did what I could.
Yes.
Next morning, I called my buddy. I was like, I got super nervous because I thought, fuck, maybe he's pissed at me because he wasn't answering. Granted, it was like 8 in the morning. He doesn't wake up till like 12. I was like, fuck, he's probably pissed at me. He probably got mad that I shoved my friends into his face. But after a while of calling, he finally answers like, hey George, hey, what's wrong? What happened? Like, bro, like I just want to make sure you good. Like, are you mad at me? Like, no. It's like, did you get the girl? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, where'd you guys go? It's like, well, we found her friend. And where'd you guys go? It's like, well, we went to the Marriott. The 3 of you? Yeah. You did it? Did you get the bell? I was thinking that. I was like, I did.
He got the fucking bell.
He's like, bro, I'm on my way. Where you at? I was like, I'm at the Marriott. I'll send you a pin. So I sent him a pin. I walked the girls out. They got an Uber or whatever was there at the time. I don't know. They went home, and then my buddy picked me up. But he did get mad at me. Those for $200. Like, it was like $200. Like, bro, we could have got you a motel for like $60. Like,
that is
it was in the moment, dude.
Yeah, that is
$200. What I got, worth.
You guys remember that?
I forgot until now. You lucky son of a bitch.
Right?
Just living every man's dream. Over here with the Rico Suave haircut. Man, over here just threesome it all.
It's nice to say I was in it, but can I say that it's something that I look forward to every time? No, that's a lot of work.
What was the most difficult part about
you need
every time? How many times has it happened, George?
It's only happened that once.
Okay.
It's only happened that once.
Every time.
What was the most difficult part about that
It's never happened again. But I'm just saying, it's thinking back on it. I'm like, I don't know if I would be down to do 2 again because it's a lot of work.
Hey. Well, what was so difficult about it? What was the worst part?
You would have to get 2 girls that are okay with experimenting on each other, and then that's when you have a party. That's when it gets fun.
Chris would not.
Possibly.
Yeah, answer my question.
What was your question?
What was the question?
What was the worst part? What was so difficult?
What was the hardest?
What was the hardest?
Yeah.
Trying to keep a heart on.
I think probably trying to focus on 2 people and keeping them pleasured is not an easy task. It's hard enough with one. Like,
I can tell. I was getting tired, man. I was getting tired.
I get it.
Sweating, fucking losing my breath, trying to switch positions to not get a cramp. Forgot I had to stretch before. I was dying.
I'd have a stroke.
So
there's 2 asses over here.
We're at about that time. Just to wrap it up on my end. I really appreciate you guys taking the time. Every week. Spend an hour with me, and I know sometimes it was all in one day and we did a couple weeks together, but still I appreciate having you guys as friends, and I'm glad that we've done this thing together. I hope you guys feel the same way. That's how I would end my part. If you guys want to say anything, or if the pussy wants to say anything,
seems like the pussy put her first.
Move. God damn it.
Well, let's see. I guess I'll start with it. Go
for it.
Continue with it. I've appreciated doing all of this. I mean, I honestly didn't think I'd ever be on a podcast, but the fact that we started one and kept it going and, have flourished this relationship amongst each other has been pretty fucking awesome, especially considering we were just coworkers, Most coworkers don't hang out, don't stay friends and everything, so I've appreciated all of this, I've grown to care for all of you. Shit, George is even dating my niece, so I don't know what to say.
Damn, we just gonna put them in the podcast like that?
Yeah,
we have to.
Wow.
We had to. So they can see how close this has become.
What in the fuckeroos is going on today?
Kind of close.
Yikes.
I mean,
but
that's why I said I wasn't gonna get home till like 6 or 7 or 8. And I was dropping it back off at home.
I made a comment about it too. I'm like, George just left. He doesn't get up and say hi either, though.
I wasn't tracking, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, all right.
Okay. George.
Other than that, it's been cool.
Get off my laptop. Move.
Okay, so yeah, my turn. It's been, as you guys recently just said, I kind of made my way into the podcast group without really trying, without much conversation, but I'm happy that I actually got to do this. I think at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant because I was afraid that I wasn't gonna be available enough to do it. Just with everything, with like my schoolwork and just work and just all that in general.
Yeah.
But then it just kind of helped me out. I was like, you know what? I'm committed to this. The guys need me. Every now and then I can't make it, but when I can, like I got to be, whatever I can do. Even it's made me commit to something, and that commitment has made me commit more to you guys. Like not just as friends, but in a way as coworkers again. Like we're doing this. This is our little, our thing. Who knows where it can go? I'm hoping to go, maybe we can get something bigger. I don't know. If we stay like this, I'll be happy. I don't give a damn. I just got to see you guys for a little bit, talking and conversate over things going on in our lives and in the world. Makes me happy. So I'm glad we finally made it to the 1 year mark. Hoping for several more, many more. And, who knows? We'll see what the future has in store for us if 2020 doesn't take us out.
Zombies are next.
Well said.
Zombies come next.
That was well said. I like that. That was good.
We're just going to be doing podcasts in the afterlife.
Yep.
Bug it.
All right. Hey,
Ty,
I'm
take
down.
us out, my friend.
Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am. A bit stronger too. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you guys. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. Just remember what old Ty said. You got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
Fucking dead.
I forgot the lyrics, so I had to pull it up on my laptop really quick. So thank you, George, for talking so long. You gave me just enough time to Google it. I appreciate you. My ending message, thank God for friendships. All right. This friendships has had its trials, its tribulations, its errors, and its successes. And this podcast being a year strong is the aftermath of all of that. As we continue along this road of friendship and entertainment, we will see more trials, we will see more tribulations, we will see more bumps in the road, but that only makes the journey to wherever the hell we going that much more better. And I'm happy to be doing it with you guys. Because I'd have been doing it with anybody else, it'd be on CP time. So it wouldn't work out too well. Move your ass, bro. God damn. So I would not be in this position if it were not for you guys. And I'm proud. I'm just proud of all of us. I'm happy. You guys chose the right time to ask emotional questions. I'm already emotional, so I'm probably going to cry once I hang up. So I just
stand
here and say, it's that time. It's that time. Take all your friendships serious. Love all the friends that are in your inner circle. Friendships is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And as you guys can see by now, we do our best each and every day to make our friendships thrive. And I think we're an amazing group as friends. All right. You guys just get to see the good, the bad, and the retarded. So I hope you guys continue to enjoy it, because we're not stopping. With that being said, we shall continue to serve you. All right. And I'm your server, Ty. Your server, Chris. Your server, Big Cap Rob. I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
That was actually
you have too much time on your hands. Hang up. The rest of the podcast, the next 30 seconds is not for you. Hang up. You have been served, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy our anniversary episode. Once again, I'm shocked. Hopefully you guys get to feel this immense feeling of joy like I feel it. I love you guys for being here this long with us. And remember, we gonna keep on serving y'all. You've been served, baby. Now, I'm ready to eat my nachos. Cut it off so I can eat my nachos.